What is this small brass quantitative tool with a sliding telescopic mechanism deployed by a ring on the bottom end? The top end is covered with horizontal gashes, and it is small, maybe 10 to 15 centimeters long. Embossed near the top is the word salter with a logo of some sort. Moving down, the mechanism has a scale in pounds and an unknown SD unit. I believe it to be a spring scale of some sort, but I have no idea what the units on the left could represent, and no idea what its function could be as a result of those units. Any ideas? It's a World War I Vickers machine gun spring scale. These were supplied with Vickers and Lewis guns for weighing the tension on the cocking handle and for determining the friction of the recoiling parts. The scales were manufactured by George Salter and Company Limited in West Bromwich, England, and are marked with the interesting Salter logo. The SD likely refers to the spring deflection. In this context, deflection is the displacement or stretching of the spring when a force is applied to it. What is this steel assembly with two lengths of threaded rod, geared to rotate in opposite directions? I bought this from an antiques dealer in British Columbia. Turning a wooden knob adjusts the distance between two insulated arms. It looks like a piece from something larger. The two arms at the bottom hold round stock, clamped in place by thumb screws, and there is a fragment of stock in one arm that looks like graphite. I'm guessing this has an electrical application, maybe something to do with radio frequency. I love back-solving the purpose of gadgets, but this one has me stumped. I'm just wondering if anyone has a clue. That is an early 20th century carbon arc lamp from an old movie projector or spotlight. It held carbon rods that formed an electrical arc between them, and it looks like there's still a piece of carbon rod in one of the holders. One of the jobs of the projectionist was to watch this through a dark glass window in the back of the projector and turn the knob to keep the electrode spacing correct so the arc didn't go out. What is this small metal piece with a plastic handle and two glass pieces? My sister-in-law found it in her shop where she deals with antiques and oddities. The glass pieces come out, and it wasn't with anything else that was related, just sitting on the table in a plastic bag that fell apart when she picked it up. We tried to Google the object and the logo, but the best we came up with was possibly American Optics, but we still couldn't match the actual item. We spent about 30 minutes trying to figure it out. Can anyone help identify this? That is the sample chamber from a Spencer hemoglobin meter, a pocket-sized hemoglobin tester made by American Optical Company Instrument Division in Buffalo, New York. I don't know about the age, but there is one piece in the British Columbia Medical Association Medical Museum that shows manufactured from 1950 to 1975. What is this beige plastic thing with metal hooks found on the wall next to the washer? It's approximately 12 inches wide and 9 inches tall. I just moved into a house built in 1953, but this seems newer than that. Any ideas? It's a 1970s Rubbermaid broom and mop holder. You stick the handle through the bottom of the white loop, and the white rubber holds the handle through friction while it hangs, and a dustpan sits in the top part with the handle in the middle. My grandmother had this in her home. So nostalgic. What is this heavy metal axe-shaped tool found in a big box full of broken and rusty old tools from a friend? They belonged to their father, but I don't know what he did for work. It seems fully intact, but it was definitely a loved tool. I wire brushed all the rust off to reveal USMC embossed into the head. It's pretty freaking heavy and it's got a sharp rounded edge with no serrations. The brass brazing on the handle suggests it was used in a swinging motion. I attempted research on USMC, but Google Lens and Google Search were generally unhelpful. If anyone knows what it's been used for or has any other information on it, I'm super curious. Thanks. It's a clicking hatchet, a Shoemaker leather cutting tool, made by the United Shoe Machinery Company in the 1930s. It's a specialized tool primarily used in the leather and shoemaking industry, particularly for cutting leather pieces precisely. often associated with the clicking sound it makes when used to score or cut leather. It looks like someone welded a handle extension onto this for some reason, but it's really not needed for normal use of the tool, so there's a chance this was used for other purposes at some point in its life. This came with some hunting gear that was passed down to me, but I have no idea of its actual use. I'm just wondering if anyone has a clue. It's a duck strap. You put the neck of a duck or pheasant through the hole and slide it down. You can hang it around your neck or put it over your belt. It makes carrying 8 ducks easier. What is this contraption I found in an Italian kitchen? Approximately 5.5 by 5.5 inches and 7 inches tall without a handle. With the handle it measures around 12 inches tall. My hubby thought it was a wool carder, but it had a drawer. Someone suggested a coffee grinder, but they have a separate coffee grinder. I'm definitely curious if someone knows its intended use. This is a 1960s cheese grater for hard and dry cheeses like Parmigiano Reggiano and Pecorino Romano. You put the cheese against the wheel and turn the handle to grate it, careful with your fingers, and the grated cheese will fall into the little drawer at the bottom. It's very neat and convenient if you want to grate a lot of cheeses, but don't use it with softer cheeses. Source? I am a cheesemonger. I have one exactly like that, and an electric version. What is this wooden mallet thing with a screw I found in my pantry? I have no clue what it is for. Nothing twists or comes apart, and it weighs 2 ounces. Any ideas? This is a Ugandan bottle opener. It is simply a wooden mallet with a screw strategically placed on it. Put the top of the bottle in the circle part, get the lid under the screw, push the handle down, and the bottle is open. What is this unknown box at the train museum? I work at a train museum in the Johnson City Railroad Experience, and in one of our cases is this box with discs. I'm not even sure what it could be, but hopefully someone here might know or at least be helpful in pointing me in the right direction to its identification. Can anyone help out? Thank you all in advance. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.